What's good, everybody? Last week was a crazy week. This week has been a little less hectic so far, but we're, after all, only 2 days into it. But I had a realization this morning, just before I started this video, of how one thing that I really despise and I really hate is like, when people judge you for who you are or things you do, right? When people are like, this is super. Reason that I'm getting annoyed by this is because I went back to school and I've started hanging around people that are my age, that are not in the business world, that have normal teenage problems that I don't have, but I have other problems. So I'm not trying to say that I'm any better than them, but it's a kind of a different world that we're living in, right? And one thing that I kind of feel from them is that there's some people that just really judge you and make fun of things you do. For example, like you say something in a funny way and they laugh at you, or they tell you to shut the fuck up because you said something that they don't agree with, random stuff like that. And then I realized that I am kind of that person in different areas of life. I'm more of that person when it comes to, I don't have any examples, but for example, if I see a fat person, this I shouldn't say. This is extremely controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyways because this is my daily report to myself. If I see a fat person outside, I almost get a bit triggered, and I'm like, "Oh, why are you fat? Why can't you take care of yourself?" I shouldn't. I shouldn't be like that at all, but I am. And then I realized probably like how you treat the world is how they treat worlds you. What? How you treat the world is how the world treats you. And I realized that I'm probably doing what I hate when people do to me. And that became a bigger learning lesson, meaning that I think it's called the golden rule of treat people how you want to be treated yourself. And that made me realize that I want to pick back the book back up called How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't read it, you gotta read it. If you've read it again. I don't care if you've read it 10 times. Read the book again, because I wish that I read it more often, and I'm going to start reading it more often. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Because the learning lessons in that book is, like, there's no way to explain what happens with you when you just start implementing that. So I'm definitely gonna start doing that more often. But that's the first learning lesson. On that, yesterday, I'd say was good, but I looked back on the day and I was like, gosh, man, I didn't do too much. I was in school. I ate. I was setting up the equipment. You guys probably can't see any different in my equipment right now, but yeah, you guys probably can't see anything different. But I basically set up a new stance for this big monitor, so now it's like on the air rather than on a big thing. And then I also got this like MacBook holder. The only thing that I'm left to buy that's gonna arrive, and I got this new chair, but I think I touched on that. My team said that I look like Stephen Hawking, so I've removed the headstands. But anyways, the only thing that is left to come is I forgot. Oh yeah, the new tables, like table that you can stand at or you can sit at. So I'm excited for that one to come. But other from that, everything has already arrived. So I was setting up that equipment. Then I had a check-in with Josh and my new team member, my automation expert that I hired, and I gave him the first project for him to manage. Then I had a daily meeting with the team. I had a sales call. I did horribly. That wasn't a sales call, to be honest. That was more of a follow-up call with somebody who's gonna sign. He's gonna sign this morning, his time, so in a few hours, and I think that he will. But like, it's been like a 2 week deal, so I don't even feel crazy about it, because like, it literally took like 2 weeks for us to, like, he's been saying, hey, give me a follow-up call, give me a follow-up call and stuff. So it was more than a week ago since we had our first call, which I knew from there that he would sign. So it doesn't feel too crazy, but I'm gonna sign him, which is fire. Then I had I it says that I ate some here, but I absolutely didn't. And then I basically, let me think what I actually did here. Oh yeah, I just did some random stuff. Then I had a group interview. We were supposed to be like 9 people, but we were only three. Then I was doing some reactive work that I didn't put into my calendar. And then, lastly, I called a client of mine who. It's funny. I got a referral who now is being a pain in the ass. So my client went that referred me to this guy chimed in and wanted to basically solve this conflict. In my opinion, it's just like I'm gonna leave this client because it's my most annoying client of them all right now. But yeah, so with that, I had to speak with that client that is happy, that's trying to solve this conflict. Conclusion: don't sign on shitty clients. Then I had an interview with a guy. I'm not gonna bring him on, but then I ended the day. I'm excited to crush it today. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Learning lesson from today is treat other people like you want to be treated yourself.